I'm Tracy Baxter with today's edition of Record Newswatch. For many of you who ventured out this morning, that drive to work turned out to be an adventure, as first snow, then sleet, freezing rain, and plain rain created treacherous driving conditions throughout the Catskills and Hudson Valley. Area schools were closed, Stewart Airport flights were either canceled or delayed, and most local events were called off as road crews scrambled to keep up with the changing precipitation. Police were warning that those who were driving too fast were putting themselves at risk, as emergency crews were kept busy responding to an assortment of conditions that were leading to weather-related accidents. In the town of Wallkill, Public Works Commissioner John Lippert was keeping an eye on troubled spots. He says it would have been a whole lot easier if they'd been dealing with just snow.
The hardest thing to figure out is when is the rain and how much rain coming out of the sky. When is that going to freeze on the roadways? And how much salt and sand do you put with it? So we have our trucks equipped with pavement temperature sensors. As we ride around, the foremen are able to tell if it's coming up, if the pavement is staying cold and then expecting more of a freeze. And if we need to richen up the mix of salt in our sand-salt mix, then we can do that. So watching the radar on the computer screens and then what's actually out there in the field, it's a combination of that.
A forecast of more wet precipitation through the evening, with the threat of developing black ice, will continue to make for hazardous driving conditions. For the latest on the storm and its consequences, keep checking back here at recordonline.com/winter. Meantime, an early morning fire has claimed a life in the Pike County community of Millrift. At around 1:15 a.m., a Pennsylvania Department of Transportation snowplow driver spotted the blaze in a log house on Delaware Drive in the area of Millrift near Matamoras. Firemen from 9 area companies were called in, but couldn't save the Millrift resident, whose body was located inside the house about 3 hours after the initial call came in. The victim's identity had yet to be released. Millrift Fire Chief John Albright said when firefighters arrived, the log house was fully engulfed, with flames shooting from the windows. The wooden beams burned up, causing the metal roof to cave in. Albright says firemen were hampered at the scene by the snow, sleet, and ice. It's not just road conditions that are creating problems for many of you who get behind the wheel this winter. Gas prices are continuing to rise. The average price across New York State is now $3.33 a gallon. That's up another 2.2 cents from the week before. And as of Sunday, gas prices in the state were more than 40 cents a gallon higher than they were at this time a year ago. Analysts point to rising worldwide demand for crude oil and lagging production as major factors. The continuing price rise comes amid worry of possible $4 per gallon pump prices by springtime. And this man may not look like a mouse, but that's the nickname the employees of a City of Newburgh sandwich shop gave him. Police say 50-year-old Von Ross was responsible for a series of break-ins at David's Sandwiches at Broadway and William Street. Investigators say he would get into the first floor business by making holes in the walls and ceilings from vacant adjacent apartments. Police say they trapped Big Mouse following an early morning burglary Monday by tracking his footprints in the snow. They found him hiding in a snowbank. Stolen cash, DVDs, and cigarettes were later recovered. Police say Ross has a record that includes several burglary convictions in New York and New Jersey. Thankfully, we'll see some improvement in our weather tomorrow. It will be mostly cloudy with the chance of a little rain or wet snow. The highs, though, will reach into the mid-30s to around 40 degrees. Then partly sunny on Thursday, with temperatures topping out in the mid to upper 20s. Record Online will be providing up-to-the-minute weather information as well as breaking news locally and worldwide. And you'll get complete coverage when you pick up tomorrow's Times-Herald Record. For Record Newswatch, I'm Tracy Baxter.